on the Red Bull Ring in Austria from 7th to 4th. And holy shit, man. It was it was pretty it was pretty intense. It was pretty intense. So we have a bunch of people from across the world race in Gran Turismo Sport, especially on the daily races, which this is. The daily race is just a week, or as a race that lasts a week that you can do every day, time after time. And a lot of people will do it to raise their driver level and whatnot to get up higher in stats and whatnot. But anyway, I had chosen the Porsche 911 RSR, and it's perfect for this track. I find it has a later braking point than a lot of the other cars, and it has the perfect turn in because a lot of elevation change during corners, and that rear end of the Porsche 911, because the engine is in the back. When you go around the corners, it just grips, so it works out nicely. Anyway, let's take a look at the race, and then we'll dissect it. It is, in fact, a rolling start. And there we go. So, this race was pretty intense. A lot of people drive Aston Martins in here just because it has that big grunt that you need. First few corners are pretty standard, and not a lot is going on. There's that guy in there, the blue Aston, really desperately trying to warm up his tires. This turn is a lot of momentum carrying through there. Turn 1 and turn 2 are very essential on turning in points. You really have to get the car to rotate and then put the power down immediately without any hesitation. Otherwise, you really do lose a lot of time, especially turn 2. That corner there is all about keeping your speed and timing your turning just right. This turn is all about timing and not so much about anything else. This turn is all about rotation, the last turn. And then you go onto the straight. So, as we can see here, we've basically gone one lap on the track. So, the guy in front of me, I'm going to display all the race info here. Did I do it? Yeah. Okay. So the guy in front of me and the guy behind me. So we have Volks Dude, who is right behind me, as you can see in the bottom left-hand corner. Volks Dude I had raced with about 3 races in a row, and we just ended up in the same lobby. And this dude was good. He was really good. But I don't know. He was always pressuring me, and because of the way that we qualified, he was just always right behind me whenever we started. So we kind of developed this mutual respect for each other on the track, which was really nice. And then in front of me was Jas24. So I'm sandwiched in between these two Astons. I'm trying to overtake one and trying to defend another, and it gets pretty squirrely here. See my racing input there in the bottom with the gas fuel on the right, accelerator on the right, and the brake on the left. You see it light up red when I brake. Oh, there we go. Trying to take him on the inside turn of turn 1, and I just couldn't get enough momentum to kind of really pass him up on the inside. So that was turn 2. So I really just tried to put on the pressure now. We're going into lap 2. And so this turn with the high momentum, really trying to just put some pressure on him, let him know that I'm there. I think he knows. That was pretty close. Not really worried about too much pressure from folks dude behind me. But really trying to up my position on the track here. So take the last turn quite well, keeping with the pack, using the slipstream as much as possible. And here's where I take a little bit of a more aggressive turn in and really start pushing. Coming up into turn 2, long straight, followed by a really sharp right-hander. Get as close as I can to this guy. Really, really close. And you can see just from the different camera angles how close I am. This is my driving view when I'm actually racing. And yeah, there's not a lot of room there. So, so close. There's yellow flag. And I'm trying to go up the outside just as much as possible. Can't do it, so I go back over to the slipstream to try to gain a little bit of extra momentum. And then peek out just a little bit to put some pressure on it. Come back out. Keep momentum good. I don't want to cut that corner too much. And what does he do? Makes a little bit of mistake there. I guess he saw me. Let's go back a bit. Let's see this one again. Peek out. And you see he went just a little bit wide there. There he is right in front of me, just on the left. And folks dude behind me went a little bit wide too. I wonder if that's an Aston thing. I'm not sure. And so here I'm really trying to put the pressure on him, seeing if I can go up on the outside. He left me some room, which was nice. And as you can see through the turns here, really trying to put some pressure up on him. Getting as close to him as I possibly can, not upshifting to waste that time in the gears, and then really watch this. And he makes a little mistake, buddy goes off there. Oh, let's watch that again. Let's watch this from a different camera angle. Oh, buddy, we have an Aston off on the side. Interesting. So that gives me just enough time to pass, as you'll see here. So you see me. There we go. So that gives me, just enough time to get in front of him. So now I'm right beside him, taking up the inside, and I end up actually cutting him off, which is legal in racing, truly legal. So nothing wrong with it. The only thing you can't do is just punt someone off or make 2 defensive maneuvers in a row. So now I have the inside, and he's now going up the inside there to try to, I guess, see if he can make some sort of last-minute maneuver. Now the breaking point has already passed. The breaking point was actually those 2 cones you can see just on the right. That's the breaking point for when you're in the slipstream. There is actually one for when you're not in the slipstream. It's a tiny bit later. Slipstream does, in fact, help you along. But, yeah. So let's see what happens here. No. So he knows enough not to punt because he'll get a penalty. And if he gets a penalty, he'll definitely lose the race. I dart over to the right to try to stay or keep him out of my slipstream, but it doesn't really do that much. Turn in just enough time, just early enough that he can't make a move up the inside. And he's really starting to put the pressure on me now, and they both are. And this is where it starts to get interesting. We're on the second last lap here too. They're really barreling down me. And so he goes to make a move on the outside, and by gum, he does it. Look at that. Look at that. Let's go back and watch that again. This guy's got balls, man. On the outside of that turn, the second last and last corner, this guy makes a move, forces me to turn in early. Doesn't even go off the track. Stays on the white and reds and pulls in just enough to make it. Goes on the outside. That's a classic. Oh, that's a classic Alex Albon move right there. And so I ended up going actually right back again. Oh man, I love that move. That was such a great move. We're gonna watch that again. Self-indulgence. I don't care. Comes around the outside. I take his slipstream, and then boom. Right away. Right up the inside. He can't defend, or he can't do anything about it. So, here we are. Just shooting up the inside. And who is it? Now it is, oh man. Now it is, Volks Dude right in front of me. It's Volks Dude? Yep, Volks Dude and then me. Yeah, Volks Dude's right in front of me. And so let's see what happens. I dart over, cut the guy off to stop them both from passing me, so I can only defend one at a time. Take the corner wide to try to carry my momentum through, and try to stay in the slipstream during the straightaway. It ended up working, which is nice, but we are in fact on the final lap. Things are getting really intense. My palms are sweaty. Carry as much momentum through there as I possibly can. Coming down through the last few turns, high-speed turns, trying to really keep on the power as much as I possibly can. You can see the car kind of lean over there. And here I am. And we're just going to go back to this camera here. And watch this zinger right here. Out on the power, on the inside, boom. Now wait a second. I know what you're thinking. Hey, you just hit that guy. Nope. No, I didn't. Let's back up a second. Look at this again. On the power, right out of the braking zone, which is right about here. And then he does not take this as wide. As you can see, I am a little bit wider than he is. So, what does that mean for the next corner? Well, it's geometry. Keep going. He has to brake harder, but he can't save any room. He can't take back any room because he braked way too late. I did not. And so, I'm able to go up to the inside and then just here. Let's do this. One right there. Let's walk around. Oh, there we are. Right there. He came over, oversteered, had to correct, and just tapped the inside of me. Which, thankfully, he didn't go out of bounds. Because if he had, I probably would have got a penalty for it, because the penalty is, well, it's a little bit flawed. It gives you penalties for ridiculous reasons. When someone else is coming onto the track, you have to look out for them, and if you hit them, even though they've already gone off the track, you get the penalty, which doesn't make much sense to me. But either way, he didn't go off, so I did not get the penalty. And, yep, I'm ahead of him. And I managed to stay in front of this dude. So, let's see how this goes. We'll just back this up. Oh. Right here. Into that turn, taking as wide as I can to kind of keep my momentum, shoot up the inside, taps me just a little bit, ends up putting him off so much that he even loses 5th place, and I am in 4th, and that raised my DR, my driver's rating, quite a bit. It raised it quite a bit. Oh man, and that was some hard racing. That was these guys were good. They were quick. So there we are. That is your lap review of some wicked white knuckle racing. All right. Well, hope you enjoyed.